All right, let's just get right into it. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we are unpacking a seriously fascinating beauty transformation. Have you ever wondered what it actually takes to get that effortless, glowing, totally bouncy supermodel look? Well, today we're decoding a complete 30-minute routine that turns everyday hair and makeup into an absolute masterclass in self-confidence. But look, as we're about to see, this isn't about masking who you are. Not at all. It's really about architecture, strategy, and entirely trusting a process that can honestly feel a little chaotic. The absolute anchor for this entire routine boils down to this one idea from the creator. There's not one way that you should look as a supermodel. You're just looking like yourself, but elevated. And I love that, right? It's a totally refreshing thesis. We aren't creating some completely new face or trying to squeeze into a specific rigid mold. The whole philosophy is simply about identifying the natural features you already have and just dialing them up. Got thick brows? Enhance them. Got thin brows? Enhance them. It's all about elevation, not alteration. So, here is the roadmap we're going to use to break down this 30-minute transformation step by step. Number 1, mindset and prep. Number 2, voluminous architecture. Number 3, the seamless glow. And number 4, strategic enhancement. Okay, let's jump straight into the first section. Section 1, mindset and prep. Setting the scene for glamour. The psychological shift for this actually kicks off before a single makeup product is even opened. Specifically, it starts with putting on a mandatory pink silk robe, which instantly shifts your mindset right into bombshell mode. But we gotta start with reality. There's this massive, hilarious contrast between the expectation of being an instant bombshell and the actual starting reality. A fresh out of the shower, blank canvas. The creator playfully describes her starting point as giving full shaggy wet dog energy. And it's just highly relatable. The idea is that hot girls take care of themselves, for sure, but they all start exactly right here, with wet hair, a bare face, and just getting ready to be prepped. Section 2, voluminous architecture. Building the bouncy blowout. You simply can't build great architecture on a weak foundation. So the creator emphasizes her commitment to hair health, making sure to trim dead ends every 8 to 10 weeks just to keep everything strong and luminous. Let's break down the exact method for this blowout because it's highly actionable and totally tool agnostic. First, dry your hair to about 80%. Then, curl it towards your face, holding for exactly 10 seconds. Immediately hit it with hairspray, and then set it in a cheap roller, clipping it super close to the head in small sections. And here is the absolutely crucial takeaway. Even if you do a shitty curl with a straightener, this will make your curl look better. The creator is super clear here. You literally do not need a luxury, expensive air wrap tool to pull this off. A basic straightener or a standard curling iron works just fine. By completely democratizing the process, she proves that technique, taking small sections, using hairspray, and setting with inexpensive rollers, matters so much more than the price tag on your tools. Section 3, the seamless glow. Trusting the messy middle. Now we are moving into the complexion phase, where the ultimate goal is this totally natural second skin finish, zero harsh, unblended lines allowed. Think about the wild contrast between the process and the final result here. To get that golden supermodel shine, the creator actually mixes a hydrating primer with glowing bronzing drops directly onto her face. And at first, she fully admits it looks crazy. She literally compares the unblended, streaky mixture to looking like a terrifying carrot. But this is your classic trust the messy middle situation, because once it's actually worked into the skin, it settles into an absolutely flawless, radiant base. So here's the rapid-fire breakdown of the rest of that base routine. Enhance your existing brows. Apply a natural light coverage foundation. Add just a touch of cream bronzer right along the jawline, and then really focus a pink cream blush on the high points of the cheeks. But listen, the absolute secret weapon to this entire look is the very last step. Spend up to 10 full minutes just seamlessly blending. You've got to take the time. Relentless blending is quite literally what separates harsh, obvious makeup from an elevated supermodel glow. Okay, once that liquid base is blended to absolute perfection, it has to be set. And the creator swears by one specific tool for this, the triangle puff. It's super inexpensive, but it is entirely essential for pressing translucent powder flawlessly into the skin. She actually notes that using one of these little puffs is exactly what takes your makeup from just looking good on a camera to making your skin look genuinely airbrushed in real life. Now, right in the middle of this highly technical blending process, the creator drops this absolutely hilarious tangent. While she's setting her face, she mentions this app she uses to record herself sleep talking. She says she listens back and realizes she makes these terrifying noises, sounding just like the monster from the horror movie The Grudge, having full-blown creepy conversations while dead asleep. It is such a wonderful, grounding little moment in the routine. It just reminds us that, hey, we might be aiming for supermodel glamour, but we are all still just human behind the scenes.
Section 4. Strategic enhancement, detailing, and the final reveal. All right, now it's time to tackle the subtle details in the eyes and lips that really bring the whole architecture together. But right as we get to the highlighting stage, bam, disaster strikes. The creator actually drops her highlighter, completely shattering it all over the floor. She jokingly calls it her curse of always breaking makeup, but instead of just ignoring it and powering through, she pauses the whole routine to clean it up, and while she's doing that, her boyfriend walks in and gives her a kiss, which she playfully decides is the universe rewarding her for actually stopping to clean up her mess. Just a charming little anecdote before we get to the final details. For the eyes, the strategy here is super warm and sultry. You want a bronze shimmer all over the lid, warm brown and orange shadows smoking out the edges, and then black pigment smoked right onto the outer lash line. This makes the lashes look instantly fuller without heavy eyeliner. Finish that off with heavy top and bottom mascara. Then for the lips, a brown lip liner blended out with a pinker liner, topped off by mixing a light and dark gloss. It is subtle, it's seamless, and it's incredibly effective. Okay, the makeup is perfectly placed, but the tension is real right now. Was this whole hour of effort, the terrifying carrot phase, and the endless blending truly worth it? Because as she starts to unpin those cheap rollers from the bottom up, the unbrushed hair initially looks totally chaotic. She shakes her head, the hair gets stuck in her lip gloss, and she even notes it looks less like a supermodel and way more like a disastrous straight out of Hairspray the movie. But then comes the moment of truth, the final brush out. You just have to boldly brush those tight ringlets down. And as she does, those tight, crazy curls soften and merge into an absolutely gorgeous, voluminous blowout. The glow of the skin, the smoked out eyes, and the massive bouncy hair, it all suddenly just clicks into place. The architecture holds, the transformation is completely done. Reflecting on the final look, she gives us this fantastic summary. If you put in the time and effort, everything is always guaranteed to look good. Having a little patience through the messy, sometimes terrifying middle of a routine, and actually taking the time to relentlessly blend and set your hair inevitably yields these elevated, truly beautiful results. And that brings us to the end of our explainer. We've seen how a pink robe, a whole lot of trust in the process, some cheap rollers, and a real dedication to blending can create an absolute masterpiece. But remember, the ultimate goal isn't to look like someone else. It's to look like you, just elevated. So I'm leaving you with this thought. Which of your own natural features will you choose to elevate today? Take that supermodel mindset right into your own routine. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep elevating.